Sagittarius, we have been setting you free for the last few months, but when I did a channel for this reading, I got such a weird picture. It was you being wrapped in cotton wool. And I don't know. Well, I do, kind of. This is the thing, isn't it? I know and I don't know that you don't really need that kind of insulation from the world because you're ruled by Jupiter. And you are the sign that's like, let's get out there, let's fly by the seat of the pants, let's do this. But there is, let's have a, ooh. Ooh. There's something you need to see, and I don't know if you want to see it. And I highly relate to that. One moment. Just going to do that. Full disclosure, my cat's baby daddy is on the roof yowling his head off. I think he thinks it's one of those, remember, what's that guy? John Thingy, and he plays that boombox underneath the window. Oh God, let me know John Cusack. I'm getting to that age, aren't I? I think Barry the cat thinks that he's John Cusack. My cats don't. I think they think he's more like, I don't know, Mr. Dharma. Anyway, right, look. There's some sense of being isolated from something or insulated from something or not wanting or being able to see something. Okay, so let's have a dig around and see what that might be. That would be my next instinct. I am making this video while Mercury is retrograde in Pisces. I am a Pisces. I have Pisces rising. Am I apologising? Probably. Also, as you will see, I've lost my Sagittarius top. I will either find it this week or get another one, and for now you get this one. I'm coming to the cottage. When you know, you know. Okay, let's take a couple of cards for you, Saggy. Love you, Sagittarians. I feel a massive affinity with Sagittarius. I have my midheaven in Sagittarius, and I think I've said it before, and I'm not just kissing your ass. Or maybe I am. I don't know, but hey. I was going to say, who doesn't want their ass kissed? It's obviously a bit influenced by my heated rivalry binge watch. Comments, please. You are the sign that I would choose to be if I had a choice. Right, okay, let's get into it because this looks like some serious shit. Not gonna lie. I thought it might be. I thought it might be, and I've just realised as well that I don't have my reading glasses, so anything could happen. 1, 2, 3. You have to count the ones now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's ooh, okay. We've got the 8 of Wands, and to be fair, it doesn't look like your normal 8 of Wands. I'm using for you, by the way, this tarot because it's a bit of a daydreamer tarot. And you're daydreamers normally, and night dreamers, and whatever's in between those two realms. So, we have the 8 of Wands, and this is movement. It's actually, there's an astrological aspect for it, and it's Mercury in Sagittarius. So, think about Mercury, okay? Mercurial old Mercury. And think about what Mercury is. So Mercury is, if you think of it in terms of the god, Hermes. I want to say Hermes. That's the scarf. Hermes, or Mercury as the Romans called him, the Greeks called him Hermes, was the god who used to just like be like, have you heard about this? She doesn't fancy you anymore. You know, that kind of, I think we would call it a bit of a shit stirrer, actually. But also at the same time, if you listen carefully enough, sometimes imparts real wisdom. You get one and you get the other. I think what you need to decide, however this falls into your life, and we will look at love and relationships in the second half of this reading, itchy nose. It's like half of what you're hearing is true, and half of it is embellished or bullshit. So look, if you're doing something to do with work, to do with going for a new job, to do with a contract, to do with a friendship, whatever. I mean, even if you're doing a deal in your WhatsApp group, for God's sake, whatever it is, just notice things. As Sagittarians, you're not always built to notice because you're a universal sign. So we think about Jupiter as being this wide, expansive planet of philosophy and long-term travel. Sagittarius rules, you know, going to Australia, that kind of thing, not going up the road. That's Gemini. I think that's your opposite sign, actually. But sometimes you're big picture people, okay? You're big picture people. You're holding that atlas for the rest of us. You're philosophical. You're fun in that way. But there's something about the details, and the devil is in the detail. And also in your reading. See, this is where I started to think, A up, stop wittering on about your t-shirt. I'm also looking to see if I've got a pen, which I have, but it's buried under a mountain of stuff. Okay, the devil is in the detail. Hold that in your thoughts while I grab a pen, okay? Which is here, and I'm going to write it on the back of some old shopping list. This is how we roll. Okay. Devil is in the detail. And remember, you've got that I card. Oh, I'm so glad that this is one of those pens that half writes, half doesn't. Do you know what I mean? God. Fuck Mercury retrograde. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. How are you finding it? Let me know in the comments. And also, if this is resonating, do hype my video. You can do it. You can hit the like button, get the wiggly rainbow thumb, and then you can, I think you go left, 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 as if you're on Tinder. No thanks, Mr. Potato Head. And you get hype. And it really helps it get to more Sagittarians, which I have a feeling they're going to need it. So look, keep an eye out. Communication. And this is also about what you say as well. So I'm going to tell you now that you absolutely need to be very careful in terms of who you're emailing, even who you're texting. We are in, and I've had some experience of this. Thank God I wasn't the sender, but someone else was. And you send it to the person you absolutely don't want to send it to. So again, devil is in the detail. Think before you hit send. Check your BCC, whatever it is on the emails. Check who you're sending your text to. Check what you say before it comes out of your mouth. I know you're happy-go-lucky. I know you don't really have a filter, which makes you charming and very good to hang out with as Pisces. I love it. But this is more about ticking the right boxes somehow, which is something both us Pisceans and you Sagittarians don't particularly care for. But whole empires can be brought down because someone did not tick the right box. Then you get, I know you're getting all the big ones, Wheel of Fortune. What a gorgeous Wheel of Fortune card. I love that. So, Wheel of Fortune, although I think slightly reminiscent, shall we say, of Kim Krantz. I always want to call it Tarot Unlimited, but it isn't. Kim Krantz, the black and white amazing tarot that looks like a bonfire. Let me know in the comments. You're helping me out a lot in the comments today. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, I'm here for this. And also the number 10, which one collapses the 0 and becomes like a, ooh, the beginning. Peppermint and licorice tea. Very nice, actually. Better than the usual. Have you ever found that, like, herbal tea tastes like hedge clippings or something you swept off the floor, sprinkled with a bit of air freshener, you know? And you're like, yeah, I bought one the other day that promised me lemon, and it was bright red. Like, anyway, keep an eye on it, keep an eye on the details. You may have to produce a report, or, you know, I'm literally getting anything you say can be taken down in evidence. I'm not saying you're going to be arrested. I'm just saying everything you say is evidence at the moment. And everything you hear should be treated as if you're inspecting it, as if you were like the police and you were sort of questioning somebody. And this doesn't mean that you become like a complete knob with people, you know, like, can you say that again so I can just write it down? You know, not like that, but just internally, you're keeping an eye out. Yes, exactly. The 9 of Swords. Let me just count it though, because it might be the 8. It's the 8. I know that from the picture. Right, this is important. Because the 8 of Swords, which is also an 8, and you already had this 8, which is Mercury in Sagittarius. Remember, planet of the guy who is Mercury, wanting to go in Sagittarius. The 8 of Swords is Jupiter in Gemini, your opposite sign. Gemini, again, wants verbal freedom. Jupiter wants freedom. There is freedom, but you feel like you're trapped. And do you know why I think you feel like you're trapped? I think because you are. Normally with this card, it's like you feel trapped, but you're not. I don't think so. I think you feel cornered because you are. So there. Word. Facts and receipts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So with the 8 of Swords, you can always walk out the front. It's like you have this whole kind of, they don't show it, but it's normally a blindfold and a kind of, oh my God, I'll never get out of this. And then really the swords are only just like here. And you could get out of it. But should you? I would tread very carefully as you extrapolate or as you exit this situation. There is a situation around you of a bit of tension between the players in a game, and your move counts for a while. It's like it's got repercussions. I feel like you know this. Oh God, you. Yeah. Oh God, all the 8s. You get the Hanged Man, right? And we are, as I make this reading, in Mercury retrograde. So, Neptune energy, okay? Neptune energy. Big Trident energy. Woohoo! When you get the Hanged Man, you got to get your timing right. It doesn't mean everything stops when you get the Hanged Man. It can do, but it doesn't here. What it means is there's a time. And that time needs to be felt on 2 levels. One, on your juju level, which Sagittarians have a really good thing for, but also cognitively, like, okay, you know, like a Virgo would. Maybe you got some Virgo in yours. And I say that actually, and that's interesting because you also get the 8 of Pentacles, which is Sun in Virgo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes. So that's your third 8. All 8s represent movement. This is movement through money, movement through effort, movement through work. So can you see that this is creating a kind of, I want to call it like Mercury, myth busting type scenario, okay? It's part fairy tale, part spreadsheet. If you can combine those 2 things, you're winning. Quick check on my cat, let's do some love cards. Oh, okay. You know, sometimes I can't tell, like I feel like they need rescuing from Barry the cat, and then I see him kind of on the fence a little bit. Is that a strawberry vape? You know? So she looks okay. Just now I have my eye on her. Okay. Love. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm excited for you, actually. I'm excited for you, and I have been for a while. I feel like your life is opening up. It's kind of teeing up. Just writing a note in my half works, half doesn't pen. That's where we're at right now. Okay, love, relationships. Love and relationships, otherwise known as the erection section. Ooh. Okay. By the way, this t-shirt, it just arrived today. I knew you were going to get that. And it bloody stinks, you know, and kind of smells like someone else's house, but not in a good way. Someone who uses like a Glade plug-in on 11, 24/7. I'm getting this. You'll get this. Do you remember when your nan used to have like a china ball with holes in, and it had some gopping like dried petal things inside it, and it was like in a sock drawer or whatever, and when you were a kid you'd be like, ugh! I'm getting that kind of a whiff. Right, let's address this. I'm going to just check the date. Yes, I'm making this on the eclipse. It's tomorrow, but depending where you live, and I think it's a full moon lunar eclipse, and you get these bad boys. This is very interesting. When I get, and it's also weird because, full disclosure, I knew you were going to get this one, but that one came out and I'm like, I was expecting the sun. So I got the moon and then I got the sun. And if I get the moon and I get the sun, I get eclipse. Now, we have an eclipse, 3rd of March, but we also, and I don't have the moon diary in here, we have eclipses later in the year. So what I'm trying to say to you is go and look up the eclipses and what they mean for you. The energy that we're in at the moment, the eclipse, it's got something to do with the next 6 months. What-oh, right. Obviously the moon, this is feminine energy, this is masculine energy, this is weird subliminal stuff, this is out there revelation. You are going to get some revelations and there's still going to be mystery. It's a rather beautiful dance of the masculine and feminine, which is rather nice, if I say so myself. Okay, let's take a couple more. I get the Queen of Cups, and I think this is you. You with your Cinzano Bianco. I love a Cinzano. Queen of Cups, I drink and I know things, but also it's like feminine energy. Your relationships are very much, whereas your kind of work and your destiny and your life relies on this devil in the detail, your relationships are moving into the more subliminal Queen of Cupsy. I always do this. Hooters. Queen of Cupsy, dreamscapey type thing. I'm going to clarify in a minute using the dream, whatever it is, tarot, the Daydream Tarot deck, which is big for you. Big. You also get the 2 of Pentacles, which is Jupiter again. So you've had Jupiter in lots of cards so far. Jupiter in Capricorn, where it does not naturally expand. What Jupiter does, and you normally get an infinity symbol with this card, like that. 90s rave, infinity. It's like taking Jupiter and containing it in 2 balls of chi, and then looking like the guy out the Happy Mondays, like that. Okay. In other words, your relationship thing is weird, and I kind of like it. It's kind of kooky. It's kind of eccentric. I'm going to say your relationships probably won't play by the rules, and that's a good thing. There will be an extended love reading, as there always is, where we will drill down further. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I love this deck, by the way. I don't know if that's a meow or a scream. Okay, clarifying the Queen of Cups and the whole relationships juju thing. Sorry, clarifying with the Three of Cups and clarifying the Queen of Cups. There's a very fine line between friendship and love. Are you a friend? Are we in a relationship? Sagittarius skates across that line better than most. Your counter sign of Gemini does too. You know, you're not always desperate to know where the line is. And that's probably an advantage. But we also have this Three of Pentacles, like you could work together, or you can, there's high potential for this to be quite compatible. But we also have the Knight of Swords, who wants details and knowledge. Someone, maybe you, maybe them, is still thinking and trying out ideas and trying on different hats. Oh, yes. And then the Empress shows up. Feminine energy is big, okay? Your relationships are definitely in the folk of the faraway tree realm. Trying things on. I'm getting a vibe about like costumes and fancy dress and who am I and who are you and who are we, but it's quite nice until it's all shits and giggles till someone shits, isn't it? We got the Ten of Swords. Okay, I want to take another card for that, but I think I know what that is. Underneath, you know, where there's mist and there's kind of swing and this whole moon and all of that, and it, I would say pay a lot of attention to what sign your moon is in as well. It's protecting something. You're protecting something. What is it? If you don't mind. Ooh. Well, okay, I get it. You get the Five of Pentacles with the King of Wands. This is the child who had to be alone. When I get the Five of Pentacles, especially when you're reading like for an adult about maybe 5 years ago, but also when you were 5, or 5 is such a formative milestone. It's in the UK, it's where children go to school. You know, things happen when you're 5. You sort of, I think what happens is the world of dreams, which you had as a toddler when you were little, meets the world of cognizance and perspective and starting to know a little bit about things. I'm not saying if it's good or bad. I think it's probably bad. But yeah, you're starting to put things together a bit, and what you're starting to realise, because look, I feel like this is like Raised by Wolves. You're like, how did you shine a mirror on my childhood? I'm not, you know, this is not, and it's no use, I don't think, blaming parents and all the rest of it. But there's something here, and also you're a bit of a lone wolf. Sagittarians are. You're great company and also a secret loner. Just saying. So there's something here about having got where you are as an individual, quite individually, but also King of Wands is attraction and chicka, you know, big stick energy, this sort of thing. There is also that side to you that is quite fascinating. So it's, wow, I mean, someone's got their hands full with you. I know. I'm coming to the cottage. I'm going to go and do the extended reading because I'm nosy and I want to know what's happening next, frankly. I will do you and them side by side reading, okay? I do your energy, I do their energy, I do a bridge in between. So I choose a deck that's going to be like a bridge in between, and then we just get into it, and we're going to get into it. The link is below. See you on the other side. Namaste.